Calisthenics builds you insane levels of strength, and it also builds you a great physique. It keeps you strong, in shape, and lean. Now, the thing is, you probably already know that. You're familiar with the power of calisthenics. However, there are so many benefits which a lot of people don't talk about, and these benefits can literally change your life, especially the last one, which I'm gonna talk about. So stick around. So the first benefit is that calisthenics rewires your brain. You are literally teaching your body to not only learn skills, but to control your entire body weight when doing a certain movement. You don't only train your muscles, but you train your brain to adapt. Also, you're training your nervous system. Again, you're not just performing movements to grow the muscle or create hypertrophy for bigger muscles. You're literally maximizing your mind to muscle connection. You're not just training to get stronger, but you're training to move smarter. Most movements are functional, and it always transfers to other real life situations. Kind of brings you back to what we're humans meant to do, right? Physically, we're meant to move freely. You become a little more agile. You learn how to use power, explosiveness, and even hold your body in isometric movements. This puts your muscles, your tendons, and your nervous system under so much stress for a period of time, which is literally what grows you mentally and physically. Now, the second benefit is that it trains you to become an athlete. Listen, you're not going there to lift weights and get the pump. You're going there to improve your performance. Calisthenics is performance-based. Sure, sometimes you're going through the movements, but it's with intention. You start living the life of an athlete. Your whole focus is on your performance. You start thinking about ways to maximize and optimize your performance each session. So, if tomorrow I'm gonna go to the gym and I wanna train the handstand or the handstand push-up, I'm not gonna just be like, okay, we'll just sleep and go there. I'm gonna start thinking like an athlete. How can I eat right? How can I sleep well and maximize or optimize my sleeping cycles? You start counting the numbers, the reps, the sets. You're tracking your progress. You're living your lifestyle as an athlete. You're not just a gym goer or a fitness enthusiast. You're an athlete. And I believe athletic performance is the peak or the pinnacle of human performance. Now, the third benefit is the freedom code. You literally have the freedom to train anywhere, anytime, and any location, which is anywhere. Now, here's the thing. You don't even need bars to do like dips and stuff. You can literally just go on the ground and perform other movements. You have the push-ups, the handstand push-ups, the L-sits. The point is, guys, you don't need to commit to a gym, buy a membership, or spend any money. All you need is your body weight. Let's say you have to travel and you cannot commit or stay in one location for a long time. It doesn't matter because, believe it or not, a lot of people use this as an excuse to not train at the gym. With calisthenics, you don't have this excuse. You can train in your room, you can train in a park, you can train in a pool. I don't know, you can train anywhere. All you need is your body weight. And this is great because it keeps you consistent, right? And you're flexible, you're free. It gives you the freedom to move whenever you feel like. Commitment is not an issue, so there must be no excuse. It's pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. Nice. The fourth benefit, and it's the confidence loop. The confidence loop is so powerful that it can change your identity. You're not just building a good physique or a strong body, sorry. You're building an unbreakable character. Think about it this way. You are literally training a skill or a movement which you at some point, or maybe now, you can't do, right? Which is why we learn skills. And learning skills is fun. You're trying to achieve something which might seem impossible. When I actually started learning the handstand, I literally felt like I could not do it at some point. I thought, you know what, maybe it's not made for me. And there's no way I'm gonna hold my body weight upside down for seconds. And so what happens is you decide that, you know what, I actually will achieve it. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get that skill. So you go after it, you fail, you fall, you go, you fail, you fall, you go. And eventually, bam, you get the handstand. And now you just reinforce your brain to believe that you can do the impossible. This builds some serious confidence with your ability and yourself. Self-confidence is key in life. I'm not talking about being cocky or arrogant. I'm talking about believing in yourself, having the confidence to know that if you cannot do something, you will do it at some point. All right, and now the final benefit. This is the biggest one. So, as I told you about confidence, it builds your character. but it doesn't stop there. See, this benefit is what I call the patience paradox. So people are like, calisthenics is very difficult. It takes long to learn, to master. I'm not gonna wait that long to get those skills or even that shredded lean physique. Well, guess what? People who say that are actually right. Yes, it takes long. It doesn't happen overnight. Calisthenics is a slower process. It's a slower journey. Let's take the handstand. Sure, the handstand is not difficult. And honestly, I taught a lot of methods which help you get them in a few days. But still, some people take longer. So what I learned throughout my experience in calisthenics is that it builds serious patience. This not only makes you or helps you become more patient with calisthenics, what it also does is that it develops your character. Being patient is a very powerful skill to develop, because not just in calisthenics, but other areas in your life, it teaches you to just appreciate the process. All right? If you're not seeing results overnight, guess what? You should not quit. You should keep going. Things take time. Patience is key. Whether it's your business you're working on, the job you want to, get better at, the skill, whether it's calisthenics or not, it teaches you that things will happen, but it takes time. But more importantly, what it teaches you is to enjoy the process. The thing about calisthenics, you start going to train at some point, not because you want to get the handstand, but because it makes you feel a certain way. You learn how to just take a step back, enjoy the process, because a lot of us in this modern life we're living, we barely appreciate the process of life itself. Every single day we wake up, we're just trying to achieve something, we're trying to get to the next thing. And that's good to be hungry in life, but at the same time, it's also good or better to appreciate the process and enjoy the process. Life is so quick, honestly, and days are passing pretty fast. So if you're just chasing the next thing, your time's gonna fly, and you're gonna realize later on that you really didn't enjoy the past few years because you weren't living in the present. I think I'm getting a little philosophical here, but I think it's something important to keep in mind and to appreciate calisthenics for teaching you patience. Now, I hope I gave you guys a different perspective and I made you become aware of things which you weren't aware of. As beautiful as calisthenics may seem, it has a very dark side. And if you do not learn them early, it's going to be too late. You're going to feel stuck, weak, and frustrated for a very long time, and it's going to slow your process. In order to help you, I made a video talking about the dark side of calisthenics, and I teach you how to avoid it in order to make faster progress. So you're going to click on this video, watch it, and I wish you guys all the best. Subscribe if this video was helpful, and I'll see you at the top. Peace.